day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Miracle, and I would like to share a chapter of my story with you. My first year getting pregnant in 2022, it was a miraculous moment for me. God did, God showed himself, I would say, in my life. God made me to believe what a miracle is. I remember when I got pregnant and I went for my 8 weeks checkup the first time. The doctors told me that I was having twins, and I was so happy. Guys, my first time getting pregnant in my entire life. I thought I couldn't get pregnant at all. And I called my mom. I said, Mom, the doctor said that I'm pregnant, and I'm pregnant with twins. I was panicking, and she smiled on the phone. She said, is that what you're worrying for? I said, yes, Mommy, that's the reason why I'm worried. She said, don't worry. And she was happy too. So after everything, they said, when they told me that I have a twin, they said, but there's something inside of me. I need to go to a bigger hospital to go into a checkup. They don't know what is it. So I was worrying what it was. In my head, I'm thinking, is it a sickness? Is it something that's growing inside of me? They said, this thing is all the way behind. I need to go for a checkup. In the following week, I remember it was a 9-month. Not 9-month, excuse me. It was a 9-week checkup I went for. And when I went for the checkup to a bigger hospital in Philadelphia, Penn Hospital, the way the doctor delivered the message, it will make you feel like something is happening to you. So I remember that day lying down on my back, waiting to hear this news. What is it that is growing inside of me? And come to realize that when the doctor walked in the room, she said, Miracle? I said, yes, my name is Miracle. She said, I'm sorry to say, but I know you was expecting, I know they told you that you having twins, right? I said, yes. When she said that, I'm thinking that something happened to my children already. She said, I'm sorry to tell you that you are having triplets. We found a third child in you, the third child in you. And I was like, what? I'm having a... It was amazing for me. I was so happy. I said, I'm having triplets? She said, yes, you are having triplets. I was so happy. And she said, you are truly a miracle. I said, thank you. She asked me, is this your first time getting pregnant? I said, yes, this is my first time. She said, did you take medicine? I said, no, I've never taken any medicine at all. And I remember when I was 15 years old, my grandmom and my mom always used to make me scared of not getting pregnant. How giving birth to a child is like, how painful it's like. They used to say, you see that small baby will come from inside and it will hurt you. So I used to be so scared and so mindful. And because of that, I told God when I was 15 years old, I said, if this is how pregnancy is like, to give birth to children, I just want you to give me triplets, twin, quadruplets. Let me just born it one time instead of having it one by one. I don't want to go through that pain. So I forgot that promise, and I got in my adult age, and I realized that God listened to my prayers by me having triplets. So moving forward with the story, after a couple of months, I went for it was so amazing to actually feel that moment of my babies moving in me. I used to, you know how amazing it was? I used to feel the movement, my babies, my 3 boys. It was 3 boys. I called them Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. My 3 boys were kicking in me. One person, I will be sleeping in the morning, one person will kick on the left, and I will ask, which one of you guys kick? The person on the left that kick will kick on the right, and then someone will kick on the right. And then which one of you guys kick on the left or on the right? And I will feel kicked down there, like, wait, one of you guys, you need to behave yourself in there. I don't know which one of you guys kicking, but you need to behave yourself. It was so amazing when they be kicking, kicking, kicking. I used to feel it was amazing. It was an amazing moment for motherhood for me. So at that time, it was my last semester in college, graduating from college. And in my 4th month, I remember going for an ultrasound to check on my babies. And it told me that 2 babies died in me. That was the breaking news that I had. I was so broken. I was so broken when I heard 2 of my babies die. I broke down and I cried and I cried and I cried. But I still had hope. I said, okay, God, I will still agree with what you have. I will keep this one. I was still happy with that one. Yes. My baby would kick the one. He would kick. He was like 5 months. He would kick. I would feel him. But I was still feeling sad that my other 2 died in me. But I was enjoying the moment. Until one day I went to class. While I was in class, my stomach hurting. I want to poop. I don't know what is it. I drove home that night because I was taking evening classes. I drove from my school all the way home. When I went in the bathroom, I want to poop, I'm bleeding. But you know the funny thing is that where the poop coming from was different place. It's not the regular hole. So I'm like, why am I feeling the need to poop from down there? I feel like something is coming from my vagina. What is it? I don't know. It's like I want to poop something. And I called my grandma. She said, you have to go to the hospital. I crawled from my apartment to the hallway. My neighbors took me to the hospital immediately. By the time I reached to the hospital, they checked me. I was 10 centimeters. I'm telling you, I was 10 centimeters, and the doctors then told me, we cannot let you go. You're going to have this baby right here. Oh my goodness, you would not believe it. When it was time for me to push, the 2 babies that died in me came out. That was so painful. And then the other baby that was alive, he was in the placenta. And for him to come out, I'm making a mistake. The baby that was alive came out first. When he came out first, I held him only for like 1 minute, and he died right. He took his last breath in my hands, and he died. And when he died, I cried. It was hard for me. I cried. While my baby died in my hands, I cried. But I was still strong, holding and trusting on God. But the other 2 that died in me, it was hard for them to come out. So, I'm sorry guys, I'm being emotional. But my babies died in me. It took them, it was in the placenta. It took them 1 hour 45 minutes for the placenta to come out. And I remember just when the doctors was about to cut me, I had 10 high-risk doctors in the room with me. Just when the doctors was about to cut me and take those babies out, I screamed the name of Jesus and said, Jesus. Oh. And you know what was happening? I was feeling heat in my chest. I was going, guys. I was dying. Because I felt that heat in my chest. The placenta, the doctors, they just running up and down. What happened? And I'm bleeding to death. Just when I screamed the name of Jesus, that placenta came out. 1 hour 45 minutes for the placenta to get out. And all the doctors came around me and said, you are truly a miracle child. It wasn't an easy moment for me at that moment. I lost my 3 babies, my 3 angels that I used to feel kicking and kicking and kicking. But I want to tell all the mothers today by sharing this story. I don't know who the mom right now that lost your child or lost your children. I'm here to tell you as I share my story of passion to you that if I, Miracle Sata Fofana, can make it, you can make it. I know that God gonna bless me with my 3 babies. One of these days, my boys will come back to me. So I hope you be inspired by this story. I'm just here to share my testimony, how I overcame. And I'm still moving strong. In everything that you do, never give up on God. I'm glad to be alive, and my boys will come back one day. So be inspired to all the mothers, all the beautiful ladies out there. Never give up, and have a blessed day.